Good afternoon and welcome back to Williams Dog Training Company. We're back with Fred, and this time he has Nexus, and now we're going to be demonstrating for you Nexus's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give him while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is still using the regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give that correction, which again is a tug and let go to the training collar. The training collar Nexus has been fitted with as well. And now the first exercise they'll be demonstrating for you is our heel command, which they're going to take off doing now. And the command you want to use for this is Nexus heel, and then just start walking and he'll fall right in line on your left hand side. We've also gone ahead and incorporated that sit command in with Nexus as well, so anytime Fred stops his feet, as he just did, Nexus will sit. And again, it's important when you're heeling Nexus that he walks nicely at your pace without trying to pull ahead of you or lag behind. If he does attempt to pull ahead or lag behind, say no, give a tug and let go correction to his training collar, repeat the command to heel, and then start walking again. Next up will be our stay command. This is a hand and voice command. And Fred will use the open flat of his left palm and inch or so from Nexus's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He walks out to the end of that leash. And you want to build up that self-control in Nexus as well, so practice this one at home, and you can start at about a minute and work your way up in increments until you get to about 3 minutes. Fred's going to return back to him by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position. And Nexus holds that sit-stay throughout. Fred gives him some praise and then heels him right out of it. And I'll show you a little more of the heel, sit, and stay. Sit. As he comes back around up front, he'll put him into a sit.
Stay.
Gives him the stay again, hand in front of his face, one word to stay, out to the end of the leash. This time he'll give him a second to hold it, and he'll demonstrate our come or recall command right out of the sit position instead of returning back to him. Calls him in, Nexus gets right up, comes into Fred, sits in front. And then the finish, he heels him right around the back of him and right back to that left-hand side heel position, and he sits.
Stay.
Demonstrate it one more time. He's in a sit, gives him the stay, out to the end of the leash. Calls him in. Nexus gets right up, tail wagging, comes in, sits in front. And then the finish again, right around the back and right back to that left-hand side heel position, and he sits. Nicely done. Gives him some praise, heals him out of it. Now you also want to work with Nexus about 15 to 20 minutes a day on his commands as well, practicing inside or outside and incorporating them into your daily routine with him as well. At first you want to give them each their own training sessions, and then you can start working them together as well. Now we're going to show you our down commands. The first one is heel for down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground. And the one-word command to down. He gives him a stay and walks out to the end of that leash. And again, this will help build up self-control in Nexus, so you can start practicing this one at about 3 minutes time and work up in increments until you get to about 5 minutes. Fred will return back to him, just like he did on the sit-stay, walking all the way around, providing that added distraction, and right back to the left-hand side heel position. Heels him right out of it, Nexus gets right up, comes with Fred. He'll show you that down again when he comes back around. And again, it's always important to follow through with your commands, so if Nexus breaks a command or does not stay, you say no, give a tug and let go to the training collar, and repeat the command you'd given him. And there Fred shows you the down again, gives him a stay, walks out to the end of the leash, and this time he'll demonstrate that recall or come command again, right out of the down position this time. Calls him in, Nexus gets right up, comes into Fred, sits in front, and then the finish, right around the back, and right back to his proper left-hand side heel position, and he sits. Nicely done. We'll let them get lined up for our final command again. It's down from a distance. And this will be the down from a distance. Have him in a sit, give him a stay, out to the end of the training leash. And this time you're going to use your right hand to give that down command. It's again, hand straight to the ground, one word command to down.
No, down.
he started to come in, so Fred said no and repeated the command. And he'll show you it one more time, as Nexus definitely knows it better than what he just showed there. But it's good because it lets you see one of our corrections as well and how to repeat the command. So when he's back in the sit, Fred gives him a stay out to the end of the leash. And the down. Perfect that time. Always good to follow through. Repeats back, walking all the way around, right back to heel position. Alright, we've demonstrated for you the basic obedience commands we've worked on with Nexus while he's been here at school. It's also been a pleasure working with Nexus, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog.